Oranges, when they're dehydrated, oh, they are like the best. I also have, I just don't get as many. This is like 4 oranges, and I've done some limes as well, but they do work very well for Christmas decor and drinks, the spicy toddies and just on top of gifts and or in simmering pots, but they do really add that punch and pop of Christmas. So I'm going to add some oranges to all the apples that I've done, and I'll show you how many apples I got out of, it's probably a bag and a half. That is a lot of apples. It's a full bowl of apples. So they're done. They've dried well. See, they kind of like a leathery texture. That's when you know they're done. If they still have a dampness to them, be careful because they will mold and they will ruin your batch. So one of the tips that I'm going to give you is to keep tossing them. Even when they're drying in a bowl, just keep tossing them so they still get some airflow through them. And there's some of the oranges that I took out as they were drying quicker than the other ones. So there they are. There's the update, and I will show you some fun things that we can do with all these oranges and apples. So here is my big bowl of dehydrated oranges, and I have a bowl as well of the apples. They're all done. So I will continue to do these throughout the next month, and then I'll have a big stash of them. And then I will string these. I can make little wreaths out of them. These I will either make potpourri, simmering potpourri. I can use them as decorations on Christmas gifts. I will make garlands out of them. I will put little packages together, like sachets that people will always want. Some of them, see, they get a little, this is what you have to be careful of, see? Where it gets a little bit brown sometimes because the sugar, they're dried and they just went a little bit too far. But those ones I hide in, whether it's decor on a present, and then I'll put some little berries or some greenery. Don't throw them out. They can be used. They can be tucked in as well if you're doing a garland, or if you're doing a green garland, you know, as an embellishment on your mantle or on a tablescape. You can just tuck them in and expose the orange area and tuck this area into your greenery. So don't throw these out. They can still be used. I mean, you have these absolute perfect ones that can be used for other embellishments, but don't throw anything out. You just tuck them in and hide them. Same with the apples. Some of them are more apple looking, more white because of the lemon, and other ones you get that might be a little bit more brownish. And again, it doesn't matter. It's dehydrated apple. These little pieces, you see, these were all the end pieces. I keep those, and I add those to the potpourri mix or the simmering pot mix because they hold a lot of apple. They're denser and they're not as pretty to decorate with, but for the simmering pots and the sachets, you don't see them, and you can cut them all up into little chunks and you don't even know that they're little end pieces, but they do hold a pack of flavor and scent because it's very concentrated and it's thicker. So you see, waste not, want not. You'll be able to use it all, and it is just says Christmas and fall to me when I start this whole dehydration. Well, this is where I used my air fryer to dry some of my orange slices. It's easy as placing them in, slicing them the same way as you would if you were putting them in the oven. Big container of them. I've got some limes, and there are some apples that you did see that I was working on. I still have a couple of more bags of oranges to dry. Like, I don't have enough. I think I have plenty, but it's amazing how fast they go by the time you use them on tops of presents and you make garlands and you put them in your little simmering bags. Those are the bags that I have this year. Once I mix in some cinnamon sticks and some nutmeg and cloves and, you know, I'll cardamom, I'll have all kinds of different things that I'm going to add to it, but I just wanted to show you, I've been adding orange wreath that I changed it all to brown. I never thought I would add brown and it would feel like Christmas, but with the orange, it really adds a nice contrast, and it still works really well with my decor. So it doesn't make it look like drab. The orange, like I said, really helps pick up the balance of it. I think it just helps with the pop of the brown and the green and the cranberry. So it's just nice that, so the oranges look really nice with the brown. So if you're wondering, what do I do with the brown and still make it look more like Christmas, I would add gold as well. Gold and brown is really lovely. I've also changed the ribbon that I had. Last year I had like a burgundy velvet, but I've changed it to a brown and a cream, just to tie in with all the other browns that I've changed out. So these wreaths used to have like a tartan red burgundy color, and I added the brown, and I really do like it. So I never thought again I'd say brown for Christmas, but it does work really well, and it is really pretty. So I'll show you some other pieces that I'm doing with the oranges, just so you can get an idea and hopefully be inspired too. Even if you haven't dried any oranges yet, very easy. They can be done in the oven at your lowest temperature with the door open a little bit. And you have to flip them and look at them and turn them over every sort of half an hour. The same with the apples. The one suggestion that I do, if you really want a white apple like these, keep them is to take some lemon juice and some water with salt and toss your apples and your oranges in it, and then lay between paper towels and on your counter on a rack, and just keep rotating. Just let the airflow get through them so they can really dry out. But they're not complicated at all. They're very easy, and to me, something that I've been doing for, it seems like, forever, and it's a must for me to have at Christmas. So I hope you enjoy them. I'll link some things attached in photos so you can see the different ideas that you can use your dried oranges, apples, any fruit that you do, as far as, you know, gift decor. Like I said, garlands, adding them to wreaths, making simmering pots, potpourri. I even do the little clementines. So I will do all of them, because when I do a potpourri or simmering pot, it's great because that's got a lot of concentrated orange in there. So I do those as well. And they're fun to have because they're a little bit just chunkier. So yeah. I just hope that this is something that you might try. Do you remember when we were kids and we would take the oranges and we would put the cloves in them, and then we'd leave them out, and we'd dredge them in cinnamon, I think, like spices, and then we would dry them. Loved making those as a child as well. So anyways, there you go. I've gone on way too long about these orange slices, but I do think you get the point, and I just do want to stress that it is easy. You can do it. Add it to your wreaths, garlands, and anything that you have that you want to just make it a little bit more Christmassy.